our home.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most stirring and powerful moments where movie characters break into song. We're sticking to songs that are sung in the universe of the film, so beware of potential spoilers ahead.
Come down the mountain, yeah, scream and shout. You can say what you want, I'm not walking out.
Number 10, I Dreamed a Dream, Les Misérables. The cast of this epic Broadway adaptation was tasked with singing live on set instead of lip-syncing to a backing track.
At the end of the day should be nothing but trouble. And there's trouble for all and there's trouble for one.
It's a major risk, but it pays off in Oscar winner Anne Hathaway's big number. Playing the impoverished and hopeless Fantine, Hathaway makes one of Broadway's most famous ballads her own.
I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving.
She doesn't just play the grief and hopelessness of the song. She's also angry at the way her life has turned out, and the camera lingers on all of it. The result is a riveting experience that brings us to our knees.
There are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather.
Number 9, This Is Me, The Greatest Showman. The Hugh Jackman-led P.T. Barnum musical made a lot of money and has won over many audiences. Its soundtrack, and this tune in particular, is a major reason why.
I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious.
This Is Me is a forward-driving, pop chart-friendly theme of empowerment and self-love led by Keala Settle, who plays Barnum's bearded lady. The soaring choir and overwhelming percussion moves us, while Settle's voice beautifully rises over it all to cut right to the song's core.
I'm gonna send the blood for the drama. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
When she sings, she believes it, and so do we. In a lot of ways, This Is Me captures the story's heart, and we have Settle to thank for that.
This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me.
Number 8, I Will Always Love You, The Bodyguard. The private plane is pulling away.
I'll think of you every step of the way.
Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner's characters have said their goodbyes. Their romance will just be a memory. Then, pop star Rachel Marin stops the aircraft, rushing to give her loyal bodyguard one final embrace. Throughout, Whitney's I Will Always Love You begins playing.
And I will always love you.
The scene shifts, and we see the star performing the number like the powerhouse she is. Her take on the Dolly Parton song would have been amazing as just a single, yet being able to see her embody it in character amps up the stakes, further cementing it in our memory.
We both know I'm not what you need.
Bittersweet and devastating, the rendition will forever be part of movie history. Number 7, The Edge of Night. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The epic scope and spectacle of Peter Jackson's trilogy is definitely moving, but few moments could make a grown nerd cry like The Edge of Night.
Miss behind the world ahead.
Famed for their many battle scenes, the Lord of the Rings movies never fail to deliver on drama, action, and violence. But in the third film, The Return of the King, Jackson slows things down to let us take in the depressing reality of war. The hobbit Pippin solemnly sings The Edge of Night while the cruel and callous Denethor gorges himself.
Through shadow to the edge of night.
Actor Billy Boyd's voice then echoes as Denethor's son Faramir and his men are needlessly brutalized in battle. It is one of the trilogy's most measured, graceful, and devastating moments.
Cloud and shade, all shall fade. All shall
Number 6. Edelweiss, The Sound of Music. Faced with either joining the Nazi Party or having to leave their homeland of Austria, the Von Trapps tug at our heartstrings by performing Edelweiss at a festival.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss.
Realizing this may be the last time he'll see his home, Captain Von Trapp begins to falter, only to be helped by Maria, his children, and the audience. The gentle lullaby of a song becomes a powerful note of defiance against a fascist tide. The moment is extra poignant since the tune also helped unify the family earlier in the story. It may not be actor Christopher Plummer's singing voice we hear, but he and playback singer Bill Lee give us the movie's most beautiful moment. Number 5. Tiny Dancer, Almost Famous.
Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band.
Following an aspiring music writer as he joins rock band Stillwater on tour, Almost Famous is a story of excess and camaraderie. Perhaps its most famous scene occurs when everyone is on the bus, not speaking a word to one another. But Elton John's Tiny Dancer is playing on the radio, and soon that shifts the entire dynamic.
Turning back, she just laughs. The boulevard is not that bad.
The tune breaks the ice as each individual begins singing along. Music allows them all to reconnect and bond over the pure joy that music provides.
She sings her songs, the words she knows, the tune she hums.
It's hard to stay composed as we watch the exuberant, cathartic display. Number 4. Let It Be, Across the Universe.
Speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Two storylines, one about the Vietnam War and one about the 1967 Detroit riots, converge in this 2007 Beatles jukebox musical. The funerals of two young people are juxtaposed while Carol Woods and Timothy T. Mitchum sing a gospel rendition of Let It Be.
There will be an answer, let it be.
The scene takes what is already one of the Beatles' most stirring and spiritual songs and launches it into the stratosphere. It's packed with power and raw emotion. Woods and Mitchum make brief appearances, but their choir-backed duet is what you'll be thinking about long after the credits roll. Number 3. My Man, Funny Girl. In this 1968 classic, Barbra Streisand once again assumes the role she played on Broadway to glorious effect.
Oh, my man, I love him so. He'll never know.
The climax finds entertainer Fanny Brice abandoned by the man she loves, whose gambling problem and shady business dealings have landed him in prison. Though she sticks by him, they part upon his return, but that doesn't change how she feels. My Man is a classic torch song.
For whatever my man is, I am his forevermore.
Brice is on stage, but the way the scene is filmed makes us forget there are people watching her. It's just her, the darkness, and us. Of course, Streisand nails Brice's devotion in the face of all the reasons she should forget him, gutting us in the process.
All my life is just a spare, but I don't care.
It's no wonder she got the Oscar. Number 2, And I Am Telling You I'm Not Going, Dreamgirls.
And I am telling you I'm not going.
Broadway fans waited over 20 years to see Dreamgirls come to the silver screen, but it was worth it. The moment Effie White is foisted out of that girl group she helped start, abandoned by her friends, and betrayed by her lover, is particularly poignant.
And then waking up tomorrow morning and finding that there's nobody there.
When Jennifer Hudson launches into the big number, she brings it to life in a way that gives us major goosebumps. Every word is felt, every note is magnetic, and every minute is absolute magic.
And
pure emotion permeating Hudson's moment is impossible to ignore and never fails to get the tears flowing. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Moon River, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Audrey Hepburn's wispy voice and guitar strumming make an unforgettable movie moment.
You heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way.
La Marseillaise, Casablanca. Rick Blaine's customers defy the German officers by singing the French national anthem. Wise Up, Magnolia. A group of struggling people sing along to this Amy Mann song.
But it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop.
Llorando, Mulholland Drive. A haunting and surreal performance.
No me quieres ya, y siempre estaré.
Falling Slowly. Once, two musicians fall in love over a song.
Falling slowly, eyes that know me, and I can't go back.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Over the Rainbow, The Wizard of Oz.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Judy Garland had a powerful voice, but the real power came in her ability to channel pure emotion through it, like she did in Meet Me in St. Louis. Her singing in The Wizard of Oz is the best example of this phenomenon. Dorothy Gale is just a girl who dreams of getting away from her family's farm, and Over the Rainbow is her wondering where she belongs.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
As Garland looks to the sky, she sings what has since become one of Hollywood's most touching and elegant songs. Her interpretation is beyond reproach, with her character's innocence and hopefulness still resonating with people all over the world.
Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly.
Which of these performances had you clutching your tissues? Tell us in the comments.
But now you know it's not going to stop.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.